The WebQuest demonstration on the World of Volcanoes, presented by Sarishna Narayan. Greetings all. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Sarishna Narayan and I hail from Ba. I'm a secondary school teacher by profession and I teach English, social science and geography. Now let me tell you about my presentation. In this video presentation, I will explain how my WebQuest can be used as a teaching tool. The web quest I have created is on the topic volcanoes. I have used Zonal to create this web quest as it comes with built-in templates that acts as a good guide in making a web quest. Having said that, to view my web quest, just search for Zonal-Sarishna in any search engine and you will find my web quest on the World of Volcanoes. Just click on the link to view my web quest. On the left, you can see the components of a web quest. I have used the first 7 critical components to prepare my web quest and I will explain what each component contains. Now let us look at the first part, which is the title page. Over here, I have included an animated picture of a volcano. As the students love cartoons, so I thought of including something that they could relate to. Below the image is a brief description of what the web quest is all about. The purpose of the web quest is to explore in depth what volcanoes are and how they affect the people and the environment. This web quest is designed for year 9 to 12 students. However, it can also be used by any geography teacher who is teaching in Form 5, 6 or 7 where the topic natural hazards is covered. The next component of the web quest is the introduction. This section provides the background information about the topic. The introduction must include an activity that is interesting and challenging so that it captivates the interest of the students. As you can see, I have again included an animated version of an erupting volcano so that I maintain the interest of the students. I will use a motivational activity and tell the students that they will become advisors about volcanoes to a very important person in their country. I have created a suspense and the students will have to guess who that important person is. I will continue to remind the students about this important person. The next part of this web quest is the task page. Now the task page is the formal description of what the students should accomplish by the end of the task. I believe the task is the most important part of a web quest as it outlines what the students are expected to do. To make the task interesting, I have given the students an announcement that reads, "Your form has been identified by the Minister for Environment in Fiji to conduct an intensive research about volcanoes. You are required to investigate about what volcanoes are, how they are caused, the impact it has on people and the environment, the safety measures that can be taken in an unlikely event of such a natural hazard, and a specific case study identifying the active volcanoes in the world." Now the students know who that important person is who was being referred to in the introduction. The students will be required to work in groups of 4. They will be required to choose the department they would like to become advisors in and do research about their department, after which they will be required to make a booklet with the information they gather about volcanoes. The next part is the process page. Now the process page gives the description of the steps the students should go through in order to accomplish the task. The task consists of 4 different parts. In the first part, the students will be required to divide themselves up in groups of 4 and choose their option. After they have done their individual research, they will be required to submit their findings to the teacher for individual assessment. I have listed the different tasks the students will be required to do. Moving on, part 2 of the task will provide the students with some very important websites that will enable them to do their research properly. Apart from these, I have also included some YouTube videos that the students can explore in order to complete their task. Now, as I scroll down, you can see under the resource section the number of resources or the videos I have included for the students in order to complete their research. Furthermore, let us go back to the process page. Part 3 of the task will require them to combine their individual research with other group members and select only relevant information that will be included in their booklet. And the booklet that they create should have a well-designed cover. It should have one section that reflects each role. Furthermore, it should have a picture of that supports the role and the actual detailed research and findings and an acknowledgement page. Part 4 of the task is going to require them to do an oral presentation in front of the Minister for Environment. Next is the evaluation page. Each web quest must have a rubric for evaluating the student's work. The research component of the rubric will assess the student's ability to gather relevant information from a variety of web sources. The product component will assess them on the way they design the booklet and its overall quality. And the next component will look at the understanding of their role and topic in general. And finally, the oral presentation component will assess the quality with which they present. Moving on, now let us look at the next page, which is the conclusion page. Now this step allows for reflection by the students and summation by the teacher. I have also included a quiz on volcanoes that the students can attempt in their spare time. We look at the next page, which is the teacher's page. Now this section of the web quest provides additional information to any teacher who might want to use the same web quest in their lesson plan. It is going to act as a good guide. Moving on, the next page or the last page is the author's page. Now this page basically gives information about the author who has created or designed this web quest. That ends my presentation. I thank you all for watching and I hope my video acts as a useful resource to anybody who wants to know more about volcanoes. Thank you very much.